Fierce Tiger and his rider, Sovereign Zhang Xianzhong, is the second big skill check in Wuchang Fallen Feathers. This boss is super fast, brutal, and unpredictable, with lightning-charged attacks and a tail that hits like a thunder whip, turning each dodge into a nerve-wracking gamble. So how do you beat this storm of claws and corruption? Let's start with the build, and then break down the strategy for each phase of the fight. The weapon for this battle is the two-handed sword Lashing Whip, paired with the following benedictions: Skyborn Ward, Skyborn Vigor, and Combo Force. In the temper section, equip Bone and Shadowstone Needles. For armor, choose gear with the highest lightning and paralysis resistance you can find. I'm also using the Fiend Felling, Twin Infant, and Darklich pendants. Spells aren't needed for this fight, but for utility items, grab anything that boosts stamina regeneration, such as Lantern Fruits and Soft Rush Flowers, because dodging will be essential during this battle. Next, we head into the Impestus repository tree. Here's the full build. Feel free to pause the video and copy it. Once again, I want to highlight the Crescent Arc skill. It's an absolute must. Supplement it with the small node on the right, and skip the bottom node, which risks triggering the jump counterattack during combat chaos, a move that will throw off your rhythm and put you in a tough spot to recover from. We'll also use nodes under the spear tree, not for the weapon itself, but purely for stat boosts. Now let's check the actual fight. In this part of the video, I'll be using slow motion and pausing the video frequently to explain everything clearly, so stick with me. This boss will always open the fight with a charge attack. To counter it, use Crescent Arc at the very last moment. If executed correctly, you'll end up behind the tiger, creating a perfect window to land 2 to 3 light attacks. That move will set the rhythm and becomes the core of your strategy. Next, watch the tiger's tail. If it begins to spark with electricity, he's about to unleash a wave of lightning orbs. He can fire this off up to 3 times in a row. When this starts, use Crescent Arc to create distance. That alone should be enough to keep you safe. Because of that gap created between us, he'll charge again. The response is the same. Crescent Arc at the last moment. This will put you behind him, and this time he follows up with heavy claw slams, giving you a longer damage window. You'll have ample time to melt his health away with light attacks. When the tiger begins to roar, keep your distance. There are 2 types of roar-based attacks, but both are handled the same way. Retreat, because he's about to go wild with jumping slams. If you're underneath him, you'll get pancaked. Then comes another lightning orb attack, this time the triple version. Use Crescent Arc to dodge the first volley, then dodge forward through the second and third while closing the gap. Your aim here is to bait another charge, but positioning matters, and in this situation he's too far away, so I backed off. Now, brace yourself for what I call the dumbest attack ever, the Tracking Orb. This orb has one goal, to distract you, but we'll flip that to our advantage. He vomits a lightning orb that follows you and explodes on contact. The damage is minor, but the resulting vision-blocking fog. After he vomits the orb, his pattern becomes predictable. He'll charge, leap away, and wait for the orb to explode, covering your vision in fog, before firing a lightning beam. In this particular footage, things played out a bit differently, but the rule still holds. If your vision is obscured by fog, the lightning beam will follow immediately. You already know the counter, Crescent Arc, and a sideways dodge. If you're positioned close to the tiger when this happens, you'll be rewarded with another opportunity to land clean hits. And that's it. The rest of Phase 1 is just repeating what you've learned. Once you lock into the rhythm, this phase becomes remarkably easy to stretch out. In fact, it's possible to go through it without taking a single hit. One final tip. If you have a full stack of Skyborn Might, don't hesitate to activate Whip Dance. It deals bonus damage, has great reach, and keeps your Skyborn Ward and Vigor benedictions flowing. Remember, if your Skyborn stack is full, you won't generate more, so keep it moving. In the second phase, you'll face both the tiger and its rider, Sovereign Zhang Xianzhong. While a few new moves are introduced in this stage, the core strategy remains unchanged. One notable move is when the tiger starts running clockwise around the arena. Match his movement, run clockwise as well, but avoid sprinting to preserve stamina. As he runs, he'll spit out 3 lightning orbs, then pause and fire a lightning beam. If you stay close, you'll have enough time to position yourself behind him and land clean light attacks. Bonus: when you're behind the tiger, the rider's spear strikes won't reach you. Another new move worth mentioning is the airwalk. Once airborne, the tiger again circles clockwise. Your job? Mirror his path, running clockwise to avoid most, if not all, of his aerial attacks. So once again, nothing too overwhelming. Stick to what's worked, stay close, rotate behind him, and capitalize on his predictable attack patterns. The new moves aren't game changers, and his weapon swings rarely reach you from the rear. Keep doubling down on what you learned in Phase 1. If you get clipped by a lightning attack, don't panic. That's exactly why we stacked paralysis resistance before the time. We're ready for it. So stay behind him, bum rush when there's an opening, and keep a sharp eye on his movements. We've already covered how to deal with most of what he throws at you, and you've got this. So ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the showdown with Sovereign Zhang Xianzhong and his ferocious tiger. If this guide helped you out, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment to appease the algorithm gods, subscribe, and check the channel for more Wuchang Fallen Feathers tips and boss breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.